What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BallGame podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Dean.
I'm Pete.
I'm Tom.
I'm Chris.
The biggest day in BallGame history, a huge sports day, a whole lot of stuff to talk about. But first and foremost, fellas, 10K. We are officially there now on YouTube. Shout out to all of you for showing love, all that stuff. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And this is episode 200. The stars aligned for us. Episode 200 and 10K at the same time. It's super dope. And of course, we had to make this a super special episode. So this is insane, by the way. The first time that we will ever have a professional athlete on the BallGame podcast. So, a former All-American in college, the all-time leader in receptions at UMass, 6-year NFL vet, Tajae Sharpe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Thank you. It's an honor to be here for sure.
And shout out to the guy, Jersey native, the tri-state area repping.
Yep.
Here we go.
Does Central Jersey exist?
Oh, yeah. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're Central Jersey.
Cat swears it doesn't. When we asked Isaiah Pacheco, he said it does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely it does.
Okay.
Central Jersey, man. You know what I'm saying? We be making noise, you know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
My
we hold it
Central
down for
Jersey?
sure.
Yeah, how would we know?
You would know better.
I think I'm Central Jersey. I live in like near Red Bank. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Of course it does.
Nah, I don't know where we're at, honestly.
I think it's Central.
Yeah, I think so.
That don't
It's not
matter.
far.
All right, so you found us on one of our classic "Which player would you rather have" segments. You left a comment down on one of them. We were comparing Justin Jefferson and AJ Brown's stats blindly. And you left a nice comment about how both of them are so great. You know, they're both going to be Hall of Famers one day, but we need to get to the bottom of it. Who's the better receiver, A.J. Brown or Justin Jefferson?
You know where it's
See,
going.
I knew y'all was about to go there. man, that's tough, bro. Like I kind of said in the comment, like both of them my dogs, bro. Like, you know, and ironically, I was with both of them in their rookie seasons. With AJ in 2019 in Tennessee. We drafted him in the second round, and you know he came in and made an immediate impact. And the same with Justin Jefferson. I was there in 2020 in Minnesota.
Wow.
You know his rookie year, and that year was crazy with COVID and everything. We didn't really have OTAs and a real training camp and stuff like that. So it took us a little minute to kind of get going and things like that. But bro, when JJettas hit the scene, like y'all seen, he took off. He went crazy, bro. Like. And, at first they had me and him running with the second team and, we was killing the second unit. And when they finally gave him his chance in the game, bro, y'all see what he did against Tennessee. Like he just exploded on the scene, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, if I had to pick one, bro, y'all going to get me in trouble with my dog, man. I can't, you know what I'm saying? But I'll probably go JJettas though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But AJ is a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? AJ got some of the best hands that I ever seen, bro. Like just a natural catcher. You know what I'm saying? He could catch the ball wherever you put it at. Like he's obviously, super strong. He a big receiver. Like he could do everything. So you can't go wrong either way. But just with Jets, man, what he's done since, he stepped in the league is unheard of.
He also doesn't read on the sideline, so that probably helps, right?
Hey, man.
Did you have anything like that you, like on game day, you were like trying to lock in on the sideline, like anything like that?
Nah, not like that. Not like reading or nothing. I just, I just be engaged with my teammates, talking to the quarterback, trying to figure out, how we could go out there and make some plays the next drive and stuff like that. And I honestly, I really just got into like reading heavy and stuff like that too. So I definitely wasn't gonna pick on no book on the sideline.
You just got into reading. Any book suggestions for the people?
You just got into reading.
The way of the superior man. That's what I'm reading
What's
right
that?
now.
The Superior
The way of
Man.
the superior man. I'm reading that right now.
Sounds
It's a really
nice.
good book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just started. I'm a couple pages in. But that's definitely a good read.
Cool.
I heard there was one thing. You used to carry a football around, right? Your own football. I kind of wanted to know more about that, like on like a personal level, like the reason why you did that. Like I know there's probably like a deeper meaning to it, you know?
Yeah, just honestly, really just being in love with the game, bro. Like, and just trying to, be the best player I can be. I just always, wanted to have a football, get used to having a football in my hands, especially, coming from college. The footballs are totally different. So coming in as a rookie, I just always wanted to, had an NFL ball with me, just to get used to, catching the ball and, stuff like that. So it just really come from just loving the game, bro, and just trying to be the, the best player I could be.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dedication for ever seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's
No,
sitting in
we're-
the car with you too when you're driving, or
Yeah, you still got it?
Bro,
Or?
so look, it's funny you say that. So my first career touchdown, I rode with the football back home and shotgun, had the seatbelt on and everything.
that's
So,
dope.
like,
That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
getting down to. I was like, was there anything like super, like something like that?
Yeah, like that. And it's crazy too. Like my mother, she got a picture of me like when I was actually like sleeping with the football and everything, bro. Like, but I don't know. It just from being in love with the game, bro, and just wanting to be the best. That's it.
No, I love that. I really do.
Yeah.
So your first career touchdown, like getting into the NFL, what were the nerves like? Like your first game, your first touchdown, like everything. What was the nerves like when you first stepped in?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy, bro. You you're obviously super nervous, just kind of, not knowing what to expect, and just wanting to go out there and not mess up and stuff like that. It's so much stuff going through your head as a rookie, but once you get your feet wet, man, and you out there playing every single day, you realize like, man, it's just football. I've been doing this my whole life, and you kind of settle in and get used to the speed of the game and how fast everybody is and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember my first preseason game, bro. I was so excited and I was so nervous. Like, I was in the starting lineup, so they called my name running out the tunnel, and I was super hyped, jumping up and down, and I actually almost fell. I was so excited, like, bro. I jumped up in the air. When I came down, I literally almost fell, like just being too excited.
You've never jumped higher in your life. I know that. That was probably the
Bro,
craziest thing
for
ever.
For real, bro. And it was just crazy to actually like run out onto the field, like seeing the NFL logo and seeing the team logo in the middle of the field. It's like, man, I'm usually at the crib watching this, and now, this is me really out here doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was an unbelievable moment for sure.
That's got to be like craziest feeling. Like even when I went on the Jets field, it was just like just to watch,
same thing.
just to
Yeah,
watch,
yeah, same
called his
thing.
name
just
as he
to
was
watch
running out of the tunnel.
So just Tajae in uniform. Same thing as Pete walking on the field, bro.
the feeling I had just being on the field, like oh my god, like I feel like a player. Like I can't imagine actually being a player, dude. Especially playing your whole life and then
He got in the
making it to the
3-point
league like
stance.
that. Yeah, would you?
Nah, for real.
Would you say that was your welcome to the league moment, or was it something more specific?
No, it definitely was, bro, because it's funny. Like that game, we played the Chargers my rookie year, my first preseason game, and that was the hardest hit I ever took on my first catch. I caught a hole shot in cover 2, and I see the ball in the air. I'm kind of peeking at the safety to see where he's at. While I'm looking at the ball, and as soon as I catch it, bro, he just smacked me. And I got up, bro. My bell was rung. I was a little dizzy and everything, bro. But
Safeties are relentless, huh?
yeah, I was just happy to catch the rock. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah, you came
it's
down with
crazy.
it. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
my
remember
first catch? Yeah, my first catch. That was my welcome to the league moment.
Do you remember who hit you?
I forget the safety's name. I gotta go back and look at it. But I probably really never been hit harder than that. Like,
I'm gonna be honest though, that first hit is kind of everything though, because it kind of gets the jitters out a little bit. Would you say so? Or
Yeah,
you get hit and you're like, all right, like that was pretty bad. I don't think all of them are gonna be like that. It happened to me my first football game. Like I remember, it was actually at practice the hardest I ever got hit for the first time. One of my boys, Tom, he pulled on me. I played D-line at first, so I didn't even know what a pull was. So I'm like, dude, like I'm off the line. I'm like, holy shit! I'm licking my chops at the quarterback. I'm like, yo, this is me. Boom! Blindsided, and I was like, what just hit me?
Sometimes that's what you need, though, bro. Just to kind of just get settled into
like
the game.
baptized by
all right,
fire,
nah, I'm ready.
yeah.
You feel me?
Dude, baptized, nerves hung out after that. I was like, I don't think it gets worse than that. I was like, all right, like let's run it. I was ready for the next, but. Yeah,
Nah,
no,
it's
that
all
first
good.
hit's everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of the game, bro. It happened to the best of them, bro. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
never happened again. Never happened again. Every single time, even on a play where I know they're not pulling, I'm still looking to the right a little bit. I'm like, shit, like,
Nah, for sure.
am I gonna get blindsided? Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna rewind a little bit here now. So we just talked a little bit about your first NFL game, preseason, and all that, but I want to go back to pre-college even. So you won back-to-back state titles in high school. I saw that. Your junior and senior season. Okay, so what was the recruiting process like for you? You went to Piscataway?
Yep.
So
Piscataway High School.
what teams were actively recruiting you, and what was that kind of like?
Yeah, so that was one of the greatest times of my life, bro. Honestly, just being in high school, having success on the field, and doing your thing on the field with your brothers and stuff like that. Man, we had all the colleges really coming to the school. Like I'm talking like Florida, USC, like Bama, everybody. We had the coaches, pulling us out the classrooms and calling us to the main office. We walking up there, meeting each other, like, yo, like I wonder who's up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just a crazy time, bro, just to see all the biggest schools that we watch on TV coming to, look at us. But ironically, all of my best offers was for defense. I had like a crazy hit in high school. we was playing our rival Seville, and you know, I had a crazy hit in that game, bro. So it's like after that, all of my defensive offers just, you know, went through the roof. So I had like Pitt. They wanted me for defense. I could have went to Maryland. I could have went to Penn State for defense.
wow.
Schools like that, but I really just wanted to play offense, bro. I just, you know what I mean? I just love scoring touchdowns and stuff like that. I'm like, man, and really too, like I was probably like 170 in high school. I'm like, man, I'm not finna go to college and be hitting these big dudes and stuff like that. Like, I'm like, I ain't really for that, bro. I'd rather score touchdowns. So
I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I saw your high school like the highlight tape, and I saw so many defensive plays, and I was I'm shocked that you said you enjoyed offense more because you looked like prime Cam Chancellor just laying people out. It was fucking crazy.
That,
it was fucking crazy. So
bro,
no,
like,
definitely respect.
I always enjoy like, you know, catching the picks and stuff like that. But like I said, bro, I was like a tall, lanky dude, and I just wasn't trying to go to college and be hitting, you know what I'm saying, Derrick Henry and stuff like that. You feel me? So I'm like, man, let me just take a chance on myself and you know what I mean, play what I want to play. You know what I'm saying? So at first I was originally committed to Kent State. I went on a visit and you know, I liked everything there, so I had committed there. And then a couple days later I had a visit lined up with UMass. And I went on a visit still and I just clicked with the rest of the recruits that was there that whole weekend, and we were just like, man, we all gonna commit here, and we're gonna try to, you know, do something special. So I decommitted from Kent State and you know, committed to UMass.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Did any of the schools that were recruiting you, were they offering for you to play both ways, or every school was like, you're only gonna play offense here, you're only gonna play defense here? Is that just how it is in college?
Yeah, it was really just all defense, bro. Like the offensive offers didn't, you know, coming into a little bit later, you know, with Kent State and UMass. But like I said, all the big schools, they wanted me to play safety. And so look, right, I grew up a Steeler fan. So when Pitt was my first unofficial visit. So I was super excited, man. I'm like, man, I get a chance to go play for Pitt. You know, they you know, play in the same stadium as the Steelers and stuff like that. You know, they be running into the guys all the time. So I'm like, man, this is a hell of an opportunity. Like, so I took my unofficial to Pitt, and as soon as they took me you know, into the building and stuff like that, they took me to the defensive room. And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they didn't tell you beforehand? They blindsided you with the defensive room?
They just told me they wanted me, like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, you know, you got everything it takes to play Pitt football, da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, bet. Man, I pulled up to the visit. He took me into that defense room, and I was sick.
What's it? Defense like gulp.
Yeah, bro, I was sick, man. I was sick. Word up.
So you played both ways in high school. There's a player who just got drafted to play both ways, and Travis Hunter, the number 2 overall draft pick. So what are your kind of thoughts on that? Do you think he's going to be able to succeed playing both ways at the NFL level? And kind of dive into that a little bit if you have any thoughts on that.
Nah, for sure. I think if they use him the right way, you know, he could definitely have success. You know, Trav is a hell of a player, man. You know, he's a unicorn. We never, you know, seen nothing like him before. You know, somebody playing both sides of the ball at an elite level. It's amazing to see. And I want him to go for it. I want him to do it, you know, just to prove everybody wrong, and, you know what I'm saying, show like, yeah, I'm really different. Like, I could do that, you know what I'm saying? But I think they just got to be smart about it. The way I would try to approach it is to have him on the offensive side of the ball and then have packages for him on defense, you know what I'm saying? Because when you play receiver, you have to have that timing, you know what I'm saying, with the quarterback. You got to know the plays, you know what I mean? You got to know the formations and all that stuff. Y'all got to be on the same page. Defense is a little bit easier because it's like, all right, you just play cover 3, or, you know what I'm saying, you got cover 2 here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit easier to kind of, you know, put him in spots on defense, as opposed to it being opposite, like him being a full-time defensive player and then try to put him in on offense. I think that'd be a little bit more difficult, just because everybody on offense has to be, you know what I mean, on the same page. But I'm rooting for him, bro. He's a hell of a player, and you know, I can't wait to see what he do this year.
Yeah.
He's one of one.
Yeah.
That's
We're all
stuff is
excited,
crazy,
man. I
dude.
can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Like,
No, for
I'm sure you can attest, like, the conditioning you have to play one side of the ball is probably ridiculous. How the fuck
man.
does someone play 130 or 140 snaps a game?
Bro,
How is that?
Well, it probably wouldn't be. Like you said, it would be a lot of primarily offense.
He was
and then
doing
throw
it
him
in
on
college,
defense.
though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no,
he was doing that shit in college.
Yeah.
Like, I know Colorado's different than the NFL, but, like,
yeah, that's different, bro. Like I said, he a different breed for that. Like, cause I just imagining how I used to feel, you know, after a game, just only playing receiver. So it's like, you know what I mean, you doing that, and then you got to go on the defensive side of the ball and guard the other team's number one and stuff like that too.
Right.
It's like, bro, if you have success at that, like, you know what I'm saying, you really on a whole nother page, bro. So like I said, I'm rooting for him. I'm wishing him the best. But yeah, he's gonna have to take care of his body though, like, you know, super, because you know what I'm saying, you be hurting after an NFL game, bro. Like, it's you having car crashes, you know what I'm saying, throughout the whole game. So he definitely just got to take care of his body, and I think the team just got to be smart, you know. Just pick the right spots for him to use and wear, you know what I'm saying? So
Right, like
yeah,
playing
it should
defense.
be fun though.
I could see him being like targeted by other teams. Like, we're gonna go find Trav. We're gonna make him tackle. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I had envisioned.
Wear him out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I see happening. You know.
I saw a couple clips about a lot of jokes, like his rookie dinner bill is going to be crazy.
You have to buy both sides.
Were you a victim of the rookie dinner bill as well?
Nah, I wasn't, bro. I got out of that. I ain't gonna lie.
Is there a crazy like rookie hazing moment?
Honestly, bro, not for me, man. I wasn't really for all that, bro. Like rookie hazing and stuff like that. I think maybe one time, bro, I probably carried some pads off the field or something like that, bro. But other than that, like, I ain't really had to do too much, bro. I had a good veteran group, bro, and I went 5th round too, so it's not like I went 1st round. I had crazy money and stuff like that, so. If they was gonna get me, it was only gonna be for a couple hundred. Like, I ain't had too much to get.
Did you didn't have to like sing in front of everybody or nothing like that on Hard Knocks? Like,
nah, we definitely had to do that type of stuff.
Okay.
Like, yeah, going in front of the meeting room and, you know what I'm saying, putting on rookie shows and stuff. We definitely did all that.
So what did you do for one of your rookie shows?
So I'm in a fraternity. I'm a part of Mega South Phi, I'm the bruh. So I went up there, I was hopping and, doing all that type of stuff. And yeah. So they liked it.
Wow, that's dope. You mentioned vets. Who were yours?
So my rookie year, I had Harry Douglas. That's really my guy, man. That's my dog, bro. He was the main one that really looked out for me and kind of took me under his wing, kind of showing me the ropes of, how to be a vet, how to be a pro in the NFL and stuff like that. So big shout out to my dog HD. We had Rashad Matthews. We had Kendall Wright. We had Justin Hunter and Dorial Green Beckham when I got there. We also had Andre Johnson.
That's crazy.
It was funny because Dre, bro, he retired in the middle of the season, bro, like during the bye week.
Bro said fuck this.
Was it just like,
what does that look like?
Yeah, like how did that happen? He just stopped showing up one day, like.
Bro, like, I don't know, it's crazy. It was during the bye week, and I think he, went back to the crib, and I guess he told the team like he was done or whatever. I don't know, man, but
he had a week off. He was like, "Yeah, I could get used to this."
Those are some of the guys I had in my receiver room. But we also had guys like Delaney Walker, at tight end. We had DeMarco Murray, at running back my rookie year. So we had a lot of vets. Even on the defensive side of the ball, like Brian Arakpo, guys like that. So I had a good vet, a good vet group to learn from and, to try to look up to. That's dope.
They teach you how to be a pro, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Cause you coming in, you don't really know much. You don't know how to really take care of your body that much. And you don't know, how to prepare for games and how to go out and practice. You don't know what the coaches is looking for and stuff like that. So you need good veteran guys to kind of show you the ropes and make sure, you always on your toes, bro, just doing the right things and staying focused.
Yeah.
One of the guys you played with, you mentioned him before, not hitting Derrick Henry. I'm sure watching him in practice and all was something to see. It was like a sight to behold. Do you have any like crazy Derrick Henry workout stories? Did you have to be one of the like stiff arm people that he just tosses out of his way for fun? Like, what was that?
Practice squad on defense, stepping in against bringing it back to high school.
I definitely never been no stiff arm dummy, bro. But yeah, man, it's just I'm super proud of my boy Derrick, bro. I'm so happy for him, man. Just seeing all the success that he's been having in the league, bro. Obviously the stuff that he used to do at Alabama, we expected from him. We know the type of player he is, and he's an even better person. And I was even fortunate enough. We was roommates at the All-American banquet. Oh, nice. So I actually met Derrick, earlier than when we got drafted together. Okay. But yeah, man, he's a beast, bro. It's like, I always tell people this, like, how if you like touch your arm, like it'll cave in. You know what I'm saying? If you touch Derrick's arm, like it don't go nowhere. It don't move. Bro.
Your fingers break or something.
Yeah, bro. He's a walking rock, bro. Like literally.
Yeah.
So you could just imagine having to tackle him, game after game, play after play. It takes a toll on defenses, and that's really why you see him as the season goes on. he gets better. You know,
Yeah,
he becomes a
so
better running back as
unreal.
the season goes on. Like he really wears people down. Like that's a real thing, bro. And I'll
That's
tell you a quick
terrifying.
story too, bro. My what year was this? This was 2018. We played we played the Giants out here.
Nice.
And bro, literally it was like a kind of like a snow rainy game a little bit. And we literally in the huddle, bro, like during the TV timeout. And I hear the Giants players, like, I ain't gonna say no names, bro, but they over there arguing. And one of their linebackers literally said, like, he's not trying to tackle him.
Wow.
Like a grown
this
man,
is our
bro.
fucking
Like,
team, bro.
That's my team, bro. They just
bro, it's like, bro, you're a grown man, bro, in the NFL. Like, you're a linebacker.
That's your
And you
job.
talking
Not
about
the
you're
grown
not
man
trying to
line.
tackle
you
him.
get
You know what I'm
paid
saying?
millions of dollars to tackle that guy right there. You got to
Bro.
tackle him.
I just looked it up. At that time, he rushed for his career high 33 carries for 170 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
They won 17
You
nothing.
run him 33 times in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm not stepping
Yeah.
up.
Honestly,
I'm
yeah,
good.
like it sounds like even if he tried to tackle him, he wouldn't have. So
Nah, for
maybe
real, bro. So
that's a business
the type
decision if I've ever heard one.
Damn, what about the
Yeah.
Oklahomas at practice?
Jesus.
Oh, no, we ain't had no Oklahoma.
You don't do that in the NFL.
No, they definitely don't.
Not
love
when Derrick
Oklahomas.
Henry's on the team
Not no
either.
more anyway.
Yeah.
I was talking to Tom before. I was thinking about running Oklahoma as like moving this table and like doing it in this episode.
He says it all the time.
before
He
you
says
see
it all
the
the time.
watch,
We'll just
yeah.
be sitting around. He's like, yo, you want to just do Oklahoma? I'm like, no, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, we got to see that.
Cameras and lights all around here. These motherfuckers
Something's
are like,
breaking.
nah, let's run each other over.
Something's breaking, bro.
Expensive equipment, and he just wants to run each other
For
over.
real.
Any specific like weight room story with him? Like, is there anything you've seen him do that you were just like, what? That's not a normal
Squat a
human-
Mack truck or
human
something like
being.
that. Yeah.
Squad of Mac.
Bro, that dude could lift the building, bro. He just, I mean, I don't got like no specific story, but just seeing him, the way he works, like y'all see the workouts that he posts, you know, in the off season. He worked like that all the time, bro. Like that's all he want to do.
Jeez.
I do got a story though. Actually, my rookie year, we was roommates together too as well. Like going into camp, and he put me on this push up workout, like with the whole deck of cards. He go through the whole deck of cards and whatever you know what I'm saying, obviously whatever number that you pull, that's how many push-ups you got to do. And like the king, queen and all that is 10, 20, whatever. So he put me on like a crazy push-up routine that we used to do, you know, every night. Just with the whole deck of cards. So just stuff like that, just like his mentality, like he always want to work, always want to get better.
I'm
But
gonna have to try that one out.
That sounds fun. Like not fun.
Not fun
Actually
at all. It doesn't sound fun at all,
sounds terrible,
actually.
but
It sounds effective. is
but
what-
yeah, I
it
was gonna
sounds
say,
effective.
better than
yeah.
what I'm doing right now.
It's effective for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
For sure.
Sounds torturous, honestly. You
So-
just share a room with that man.
So do you guys like? So you guys were drafted in the same draft. Does your, you know, for as long as the guys are on the team, do you kind of like hang out with the guys that were drafted in the same year? Or like, how does that work in the locker room?
Yeah, you know, it kind of depends. You know, naturally, you know, rookies are kind of, you know, stay closer to each other just because, you know, we all came in together and we all trying to figure, you know, the NFL life out and things like that. But you know, you'll gravitate whoever you gravitate to. You'll become close with certain people on the team, and you know, is usually, you know, if you're on offense, you'll be closer with the offensive guys and vice versa with defense, because sometimes we don't even really see each other too much, you know, during the day unless we going out, you know, for practice. You know, they be in their meetings, we'll be in ours. So you might not have that much time to interact with the other side of the ball, especially like during camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really whoever you gravitate to.
One thing I definitely wanted to ask. So we just talked about Derrick Henry, but who was your coach when you came into the league in 2016?
My head coach was Mike Malarkey.
Okay. So then a couple years later, you ended up with Vrabel, the new head coach of the New England Patriots. So I
Yeah,
got to
2 years
ask
later.
this. I've heard so many stories about Mike Vrabel. Was he really a lip packing, vape hitting, like I'm a drill sergeant type of coach?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
exactly who Vrabel
absolutely.
was.
yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, Vrabel is a hell of a coach, though, man. I'll tell you that. Like, he was the best coach I had, you know, easily. Just with how he prepared. Oh shit, my bad. Just with how he,
Vrabel's just calling right now.
Vrabel's
Just
calling.
watch your
Right,
fucking mouth.
That's Justin Jefferson or AJ Brown calling, being like, "What were you saying about that?"
Word up, but yeah, with Ray, man, just how he prepares the team, you know, for the games and how much knowledge he gives us. You know, he always, you know, quizzing us, you know, throughout the day and meetings and shit like that, which we hated. But, you know, he taught us so much about the game, like just, you know, the rules and just little stuff like that you might have never known or thought about. He did a great job of that. And he's a player's coach too. You know, obviously, you know, he played for a long time and he could relate to how our bodies is feeling, in camp and, mentally what we might be going through and things like that. So he does a great job of taking care of his players, during practice and, all that type of stuff. So while he is a vape hitting, cigarette smoking, all that, but he's a hell of a coach, bro.
Wow.
He was easily the best coach I had.
He's definitely a Marlboro guy.
Yeah.
And he really be active too though. Like y'all see him out there in practice.
Yeah.
Like he really be out there in practice, like working with the guys, like taking hits and doing everything. So what I'm saying, he got a lot of love for the game and for his players. And like I said, bro, he's an unbelievable coach.
I think when he went to Cleveland, there was a clip right away that came out of him doing like full sprints up and down the sideline or something like that. Yeah. So
yeah,
do you have any specific stories that kind of stick out? Any crazy Vrabel stories, or just kind of your like favorite moment with him as your coach?
Yeah, me and Vrabel got some.
Which one can I say? Which one can I say?
Yeah, me and Vrabel got some moments, man. We actually we got into it one time, bro.
Really? Oh, that's terrifying.
Do tell.
It was basically about like something that happened on the practice field. Like I think it was like a interception or something, and he tried to say like I wasn't sprinting back or something like that after the ball. Something that happened, and then after practice we all in the cafeteria we eating. And he just like storms in the cafeteria like mad as hell, and he just like he confronted me about it and shit. Like I don't remember how it exactly went, you know what I'm saying? It was a while ago, but he confronted me about it like real aggressively and told me to come to his office and shit. So I stood up, I went to his office, like, you know what I'm saying? And, we got in there, we talked about it and everything, and it was all good, but that was like probably one of the worst moments that we had. Like we got into it a little bit.
Oh man, I'd pay to see a Vrabes crash out, bro. That is a sight to behold.
Nah, word, but that's my guy though. I love Vrabes, bro. Like I say, he a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he didn't have a job, like a head coaching job for a whole season. Like that was astounding to me.
Nuts.
Like, yeah.
It could have been
It's crazy too, bro. I actually played in the longest game in the NFL history. That Miami Dolphins game we had my rookie year.
Oh
my
Yeah,
God.
bro. I played in that game, bro. That was a hell of a day, bro. That game was
Wow.
it was
Your
an hour
body
long.
the next day, I can only imagine. Hey, yo,
Bro.
was
It was
probably.
terrible.
Nobody was thinking like that.
Bro. It was terrible, bro. After a while, we was all just in the locker room, just kicking it. We took all our pads off and everything. We was in there just, just chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a hell of a day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I do want to take it back to high school real quick. You played basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still hoop?
Absolutely.
Are you nice?
Absolutely.
Okay, we gotta run that then. We gotta run that.
Before you
at some
get
point.
into that,
Y'all can check the gram. I got some stuff on there.
who are some of the like NFL guys you know or not know, whatever, that are really good hoopers that people might not know about?
Good question.
Justin Jefferson could hoop.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey could hoop. He like Russell Westbrook. He get in that lane. He gonna
It makes
punch
so much sense. Yeah.
it. Yeah, he gonna
Recently
punch it.
saw Keon Coleman
Who
hooping.
else?
Yeah.
My dog Tyler Conklin, the
Yeah?
Chargers
Hell
tight
yeah.
end.
Conklin is balling
Con-
like that?
Bro, he hooped in college.
I did not know
Really?
that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yes.
He's a
I
big
was- I
guy,
was,
too.
Yeah, I played with Conklin, Minnesota. That's my dog. He
Nice.
definitely could hoop. You could tell by the way he run his routes though. Like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because when I first got to Minnesota, like the very first workout we had as a team, I'm asking everybody, I'm like, yo, who is that? Like, because I'm thinking he a receiver or something. I'm like, yo, who is that? Like, they like, nah, that's a tight end. That's Conk. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
He moving.
Nah, that's my dog. But yeah, them two could hoop. Who else? Let me see who else nice. Those the dudes that come to my mind off rip. Tyreek Hill, he be hooping.
I
He
was
be
just gonna say
alright.
Tyreek Hill. I was thinking it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can hoop a little bit.
But you're better than all them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
He's the best NFL hooper. You know?
So you played
Nah, bro, for
basketball
real.
growing up. What kind of led to your decision to kind of focus on football primarily and give up the hoop dreams?
So it was really just the high school I went to, bro. Just being at Piscataway High School, it was real football dominant. We've been winning a lot of state championships, and we had a bunch of guys that went to the NFL. Like Anthony Davis, Kyle Wilson, Malcolm Jenkins, guys like that. So we just had a lot of notoriety already for football.
Right.
So I mean, we just that's really what it was, bro. Like we just was a football town, and all the colleges was already tapped into us, so it was easier for them to notice me, I guess. But I did have basketball offers too. I had like UPenn, and it's crazy too because I could have went to Wichita State, And do y'all remember when they actually went to like the Final Four?
That
or
was
something
with
like that?
Fred
That
and
was
Ron
the-
Baker.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I
you would have
could've
been
went
there with those guys.
Wow.
Wow.
That would have been my freshman year.
Wow.
But they offered me. I'm like, what the hell is Wichita State? Like,
Where the hell is Wichita?
wow, I never heard of that before. But yeah, that was crazy. But yeah,
That's wild. That would have been a
Nah,
crazy
word.
run.
yeah. And I was actually supposed to go play basketball at St. Pat's, but I didn't want to go because I wanted to stay in Piscataway with all my friends. But that was the plan. Like, because since St. Pat's don't have a football team, I could have played basketball there and then still play football at Piscataway.
Nice.
So that's what my pops wanted me to do. But just being young, I just didn't want to leave my
Right.
friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
Are
Did
you
St.
go
Pat's
ahead.
is Kyrie, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Are
Kyrie,
you
Michael Gilchrist, all of them. Dexter
Wow.
Strickland.
Michael Kidd? Oh man, what a
Yeah.
legend. Are you you're tapped into the NBA like that? You
Yeah.
Okay. Who you got tonight?
Mhm. That's tough, bro.
It's tough,
That's
man.
tough. I want to say OKC. That's
Same.
what I want to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, you can't really put nothing past the Pacers, bro. Like if Hallie ball, bro, I think the Pacers gonna get him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they, you know what I'm saying, they've been in this series. Like Hallie been having a couple bad games, especially last game. Like, you know what I mean? Well, 2 games ago. But yeah, I don't know. But I feel like they'll cover that spread though, Indy. That'll probably be safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a lock of the night.
Yeah, that should be a
leg,
lock.
bro?
That plus 7.5.
I'll put that in right now.
He can get one now. Damn.
From the house.
We need the
Tajae
Tajae
credit right now.
Who's your team? Who's your team?
So I don't really got a team
Okay.
right now, bro. Like, so I grew up an AI fan. Like, AI, that's my favorite player
Nice.
ever, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? I was a big Sixer fan. And then when he retired, bro, like Carmelo Anthony became my dude. Like, I love Melo. You know what I'm saying? So I was rocking with Melo wherever he at. But now I just rock with Bron. That's my dog, bro. So wherever Bron is, so I just root for
We're
the
big
Lakers.
LeBron guys on here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
so LeBron, my dog.
we got a
We got
dog.
it.
I got the Henny. I don't know if you can
We
tell.
got the
Yeah.
LeBron
that's
Barbie
right.
doll over
That's
here.
We got
Yeah,
little
that's
LeBron
right.
here.
He the man, bro. He the GOAT.
I got
Yo.
LeBron's autograph in my room.
Yo,
Yeah, that's fire.
when you
So
pull
I
up,
just root for Bron.
when you pull up to the studio, maybe that Laheni
You
gets
shot
opened
at
up.
Henny. Yeah.
That gets up and
You're
You're
down.
the only person who will open the Laheni
Yes,
for.
only person.
Other than
That's it.
LeBron.
Well, let's do it. Let's do
Other
it.
than
I'm with it.
LeBron, you're right.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro.
So the other thing, another big basketball thing happened today. Kevin Durant, that trade.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, you have any thoughts on KD to Houston now?
Yeah, I think it was cool. Like, I think he could have went somewhere better. Like, I want to see him maybe in New York or something like
So
that.
did I. So did
Why
I.
I really, why I feel like he really got a chance to compete for a chip. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I don't think Houston got enough to be able to do nothing. You know what I mean? Especially in the West. Like, the West already too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would have wanted to see him in New York. That would have been fire. But you know what I'm saying? I think they gonna do something. Though. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. They got a
So
nice little roster.
yeah, I mean, I think they're close to title contenders now. I think that was a big thing for them. But
I
one
got
other,
one more basketball
yeah,
question.
go for it.
Who would you say your game resembles? You told us Jalen Ramsey kind of plays like Westbrook. So who's the NBA comparison to Tajae Sharpe?
Yo, that's so tough. Like I've been asked that before, and I try to think about it, but I don't really think I play like nobody, bro.
You got a unique
really
style.
101.
Yeah, but I don't really think I play with nobody. I shoot lefty though. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
Little
you know what I
hard in
mean?
action.
Yeah, a little hard in, but I don't really feel like I play nobody. Y'all had to check out some highlights, bro. Just go on my gram and y'all let me know.
yeah.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
We'll let
But
you know.
I don't really think I play like nobody, man.
Are you more of a shooter, or are you getting inside and
Nah, I'll shoot
bro.
that shit, bro. I got the shot.
Why not
Nah,
let
but I
it?
can,
Why
I
not
can
let
do
it fly?
everything though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever, bro. I'll do whatever.
Three level guy.
Yeah, but
Like
I
that.
definitely shoot that motherfucker from half court.
bro sees one go in, he's like, I'm pulling up now.
Yeah,
You got that.
yeah.
You cut from that
Time
like
for
Deion
sure.
Waiters cloth. Like I'd rather go 0 for 100.
Who's the best hooper?
facts.
Who's the best hooper of us? Who do you think?
That's tough.
He's like, you all
That's
look like
tough.
you suck.
But honestly, bro, I'm dunking on all you guys. So like,
Damn,
None
yeah.
of y'all
I don't know,
hoopers.
that's tough.
I'm putting the clamps on.
I'm sorry, bro. What's your name again? In the hat, the first one?
Chris? Me?
Yeah, Chris. I'm gonna go with Chris.
Nailed
bro.
it.
It's the right answer.
very
Yeah.
Right answer? Okay, yeah. I can
Yeah.
tell Chris got some sauce. And you keep asking a lot of basketball questions too, so.
Let's go.
You'd be
There you
very
go.
correct about
My
that
dog
one.
Chris, there you go.
Let's get
You,
it.
Nice.
ask him.
Yeah. What else did I have?
For a second, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I'm 5'6". I'm sorry, bro. I can't do nothing for,
Well, he
can't do nothing
He
for
picked you for COD, so I didn't think he was gonna go for you again because he wasn't. I was like, that's too much Dean love going on.
Nah, word.
You go Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did you have a favorite NFL player growing up? I know you were a Steelers fan, but favorite player. And did you meet them when you joined the league? Were you did you get to meet them or play against them?
So all right, so I give you a couple, like probably my three favorite receivers, bro. Randy Moss, Santonio Holmes, and Chad Johnson, bro. Them like
cold.
them like my favorite three. But I never got a chance to meet any one of them yet. But Randy Moss, I was on. Randy Moss got the little "You Got Moss" shit.
Right.
I was on that. I made that my rookie year, the last game of the season. So
that's
that was big time for me, bro.
Yeah.
Just to hear Randy Moss talking about me, it was that shit was
Oh
crazy.
man,
so,
I know
love.
damn well you took that clip and kept you.
Yeah.
If you could have hung up a clip on the wall, you would have done that.
Absolutely, bro. Just hearing Randy Moss talk about me, it was just crazy. Like, so
Would you
I
say
remember that forever.
would you say that was like potentially your childhood hero, or was it somebody else maybe? And did you ever get to meet them?
So I mean, hero, that my pops for sure. Like,
Right.
you know
There
what I'm
we
saying?
Shout
Pops
out.
was Superman.
That's love,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Still
Never
is,
forgot about
bro.
Pops.
But So I live with my hero, bro.
nice.
That's good stuff.
sure.
That's a
Yeah.
blessing, yeah.
Were you ever
yeah.
like starstruck in the NFL? Like you see anyone and be like, oh wow, that's
Like I used to watch you on TV. Now it's like
yeah.
now I'm playing against you.
Nah, I mean, not really. And I mean, even if I was though, I wouldn't really like, show it or
No,
say
of course
nothing,
not.
but
Yeah.
Of
I tell
course,
you,
yeah.
I tell you like Brady though, bro. So I played
Yes.
against Brady a couple times, and I'm actually undefeated against Brady.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm actually
go.
undefeated against Brady. But what's the name? We played Brady when I was in Tennessee. I think this was 2019, AJ rookie year, and we had joint practice with them. And I remember they was doing like a 2-minute drill at the end of practice. And I'm just watching Brady, bro, and just watching him throw the ball, bro. I'm literally looking at the ball in the air, like, yo, this shit's like in slow motion, bro. Like, bro, like I'm like he throwing the ball so perfect, like
Yeah.
everything was just crazy.
Wow.
Like, so that was probably like the one and only moment where I was just like, damn, bro, like that's really Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
What are joint practices like? They got to be heated, right?
yeah,
They're tense. That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, especially because it'd be in the middle of the summer, it'd be so hot. And,
Everyone's
you know what I'm
irritated
saying?
already.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
just hitting all day, and you know what I mean. It's a lot, bro. So it's real competitive, and obviously, we hitting and shit. So it's, you know what I mean, stuff gonna happen.
Gets physical.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff gonna happen. But
Yeah.
it get pretty intense.
In terms of like practice, not the joint practice, just the regular team practice. What's the relationship like between the wide receiver room and the DBs? Is there any like, does it get heated between in the team, or is it all love normally?
Nah, yeah, it do get heated sometimes, bro. But it's usually all love because at the end of the day, y'all teammates, y'all see each other and with each other all day, every day. But nah, it definitely be some times where, especially if like two people may really not like each other or something like that. So
Right.
it do got its moments. But I remember in Tennessee, we had like a little funny time for like 2 training camps in a row, bro, where we was kind of going at it with the DBs, like even off the field, bro, like. We was getting like shirts and shit made, like mocking the DBs and shit like that. Bro, like, yeah, bro, it was like Logan Ryan, Malcolm Butler, Dory
love Logan
Jackson,
Ryan.
Dogs.
Kenny
Yeah, a bunch of
Vaccaro,
dogs. Oh my god.
my
wow.
dog KB. We had a hell of a room, bro.
Yeah.
Defensive back room, bro. Yeah, so we was kind of going at it with them, but it was still all love because we was
Right.
all close and we was all mad cool. But we had just like that friendly competition going on.
Yeah, iron sharpens
Yeah.
iron at the end of the day, so that's always healthy,
Mhm, absolutely.
So being in the receiver room during the season, are you guys like aware of, like we play a lot of fantasy football. Are you like aware, like, yo, I just had like 12 points, like that was sick. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing in fantasy football?
Me personally, nah. Because I wasn't even like tapped into none of that stuff when I was playing. I just recently started getting into that like while I was out the league. And obviously everybody may be different, but me personally, I was never like tapped into none of that stuff or even worried about, because you already got so much on your plate that you're dealing with, and you trying to worrying about not going out here messing up. You trying to be the best player you can be.
Right.
And along with everything else that's already coming along with being a professional athlete. So it's like for me, I didn't feel like I had time to worry about none of that stuff. Like I just had to focus on trying to be in the best receiver I could be. So
For sure.
So would you say would you say you're nice at fantasy football now? Like now you're locked in. So are you any good? We winning championships, or are we finishing in last place? Like what's
Yes. So look, I actually started the league last year with me and some of the homies and stuff, and I won. You know what I'm saying? So
Nice.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
We do
that tell you about something.
We do a 32 man every
really?
year. Yeah, we get a
get
bunch
in.
of people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
30,
yeah, that's
32
cool.
man best ball, and we want you to join in.
Oh yeah, we giving
Yeah,
someone
yeah, I'm
we
with
giving someone the boot so you could get in.
Yeah,
Trust,
send me
our
the
friend
invite. I'm with
Trunksy's
it.
out. Yeah.
I love to test my GM skills, bro. So I'm with it.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
That's
go.
dope.
Speaking of like blocking out noise and all, what do you think as far as the media talking about NFL players, athletes in general, whatever? What do you think is the biggest like misconception? You know, like people say like wide receivers are divas and things like that, like the narratives out there. Do you think
Right.
one thing sticks out to you?
I think that's a big one, the one you just hit on about the receivers being divas and stuff like that. Because you know what I mean, at the end of the day, it's like shit, bro. We put in a lot of work, bro. You know what I'm saying? We work hard as hell, and we already don't get too many opportunities to begin with, unless you know what I'm saying, a true number one receiver.
Yeah.
You ain't getting 10 targets a game, bro. Like
Right.
unless you the real number one. So it's like, bro, you just trying to make every opportunity count. You know what I'm saying? You trying to feed your family. You trying to, have, you trying to have film and shit like that, to
Yep.
get new contracts and things like that. So it's not like really just coming from like a, what
It's
word I
not
would
as like
say.
selfish as it's made out to be. Yeah,
It's not
okay.
coming from a selfish place, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we put in a lot of work, bro. So it's like whatever we put into the game, we just trying to get back out of it, bro. And it's
sure.
like if you out there killing and you wide open and shit, it's like, hell yeah, I want the ball.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's like this what I'm here for, you feel me? But I think the biggest thing I could say is just that like people forget that we human too. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like we regular people just like you, bro. Just because we, you know what I'm saying, play football at the highest level and stuff like that, it don't make us better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't hold us on a different, you know what I'm saying, pedestal
yeah.
than regular people, because it's like, bro, we make mistakes and we human too, bro. So I think that's what people forget a lot of the time, just because we athletes and
Yeah.
you make a lot of money and have big contracts and stuff like that. They forget like nah, bro, I'm human too. Like I have feelings and I mean I mess up too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people just mad you got a cooler job than them. That's all.
Yeah, that's how it be. Right, because if I go to Burger King and start, man, y'all flip these burgers
Come on,
trash,
man.
and like y'all ain't making me fries good and shit like that. Like, you don't like that shit, right?
Yeah, same with fantasy football. What's up? Yeah, you mad at my
Yeah,
numbers this
you know?
week? Suck it up. Who cares? Yeah.
I need you to make 15 more burgers today. Like, what you doing, man? Come on.
bro.
I took the over.
I took
Yo,
the
so look,
over.
I got a question for y'all real quick, right?
Yeah. Shoot.
Wow.
I'm gonna give y'all all the receiver rooms I've been in, and I want y'all to tell me who y'all think is the best receiver room, because I've been in some good rooms, bro. Like,
Okay, this is
Oh
good.
boy, all right.
I like this.
so first in Tennessee, we got it was me, Corey Davis, and AJ Brown, and then we got Minnesota. We got me, Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Then we go to. Should I count? Because I went to the Chiefs and shit for a little bit. Should I
Sure.
count that too?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to
so-
ask you
so
about that
we-
too. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely count it. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So we go to KC, man. We got, obviously I was there with Tyreek Hill. Who was I there with? I was there with Sammy when Sammy was there.
Wow.
Tyreek Hill,
Oh,
Sammy, DeMarcus Robinson, and all them. So that was a good room. And then Chicago, me, Darnell Mooney. Who else we had in Chicago?
Darnell's so underrated.
I was about to say, shout out
So
Darnell
underrated.
Mooney.
Yeah. Moon is a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's so cold. And then two, I'm gonna give you San Fran. I was in San Fran. That was the last team I was with. Me, Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, and all them
Jennings,
was
yeah.
there. So,
Damn, man.
so if y'all had to take a receiver
That's a
core,
tough one, bro.
I don't know, man.
which one would y'all take?
Has
I
to be
love Corey
Minnesota,
Davis,
bro.
I love me some Corey Davis. I feel like Corey Davis is
Bro.
underrated,
Here's
bro.
That is
CD
such
here's a
a
first
CD a
rounder?
dog.
Corey
Yeah,
Davis was like
bro,
a top 10
Corey
pick.
Davis
He was
went
like
fifth
he was a
overall,
fourth,
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corey
he
went
was-
fifth.
He was him.
Fifth.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, from Western
Out of
Michigan.
Western
I think.
Michigan.
Yeah, there
Yup,
it is. There
yup.
it is.
Adam Thielen.
Oh, it has to. I
bro.
was about to say it has to be Minnesota though, because Thielen was still at the peak of his powers, and Jettas was good instantly.
I'm
Boy,
going.
I-
I'm going Thielen and Jettas 100%. That's what I was going with.
Bro, Thielen is
Okay.
fucking ageless. It's insane.
Ageless.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'll tell
He's
you
still
something
balling.
about Thielen real quick, bro. I probably only seen him lose like one rep my whole time in Minnesota.
God.
And that was like in the game. It was against Chicago. I remember it, bro. It was against Chicago, and what's his name? Kirk wound up throwing a pick or whatever. But other than that, I don't remember him losing like at all, like practice, anything.
Wow.
Like that's how consistent and how great of a player like Thielen was, bro. Like crazy.
Yeah, he
Crazy.
was nuts, man. I mean, he still is nuts, but like
Yeah,
when he
still,
was
bro.
at the peak of his powers, man, he was doing some crazy shit.
That's what I'm
Crazy.
thinking, man. Like, oof, man, you did play in some tough receiver rooms, dude. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Debo Ayuk is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't
Debo
forget
Ayuk
about
is
the '90s
pretty
either,
crazy,
but
like,
Bro, BA is cold, bro.
Yeah.
Ye is cold.
Yeah,
Yes.
I hope he's fully healthy this year, man. I really
me
do.
too.
So
Me too, bro.
all right,
For
so
sure.
I'm gonna actually swap to the other side of things now. So toughest corner that you have faced in your NFL career,
Give us a top 5.
Yeah,
The
give us a top 5.
toughest corners you had to go against in your NFL.
including
Top
if it's in
5.
practice. Like, mention that too.
Okay. So I gotta go Jalen Ramsey,
Yep.
Stephon Gilmore,
No surprises.
and real quick though, I'm mad. I missed playing against Sherman. We played them my second year, and I was out hurt with a broken foot. So
Oh man.
that's the matchup I wanted so bad. I wanted to see what that was like. So them two. Shoot, I'll say versus press wise, like going in against Malcolm Butler every day in practice, because like Malcolm like super aggressive, bro, and you know what I'm saying, hands on, and he got me a lot better at my releases, like just worrying about him at the line of scrimmage. So I gotta give kudos to him for that.
I thought he just had that one pick though. That was all he. That was all he ever. Yeah.
He was so good for some time there.
Yeah, he was. He was a dog.
So that's 3, and then who would I say? Shit, it'd be tough when you be killing motherfuckers, bro. It's like
You mentioned Ramsey, one of the highlights, bro. You cooked his ass deep and then that was a
Yeah.
great ball too. I gotta say, that was a great ball.
yeah, shout out my dog Marcus, bro. And they were trying to take me out for that play too, bro. Like they don't be trying to let you eat sometime, and they were trying to sub me out for my dog AJ, bro. But I had to take that one. You feel me?
That was tough.
I had to take that one. Cause look,
Oh,
it's funny
man.
because like I was practicing that shit all week in practice, right? And then they tried to, switch it last minute and put him in it again. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, you feel me? So I just kind of like act like I ain't see him on the side.
You like, come out, me? You talk. I can't hear you. It's loud in here, man. I'm just run the play. I'll talk to you after. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Nah, word up. But yeah, I was trying to score on that play so bad, bro. But yeah, Jalen, he and I respect Jalen too so much, bro, because he's one of the few corners that don't like grab and hold, bro. Like he really play corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With footwork and stuff like that. He don't be grabbing and holding you, and you know what I mean, all that bullshit. So that's why I respect, his game a lot. And I always tell people like if you had to create a corner in Madden, like you're creating Jalen Ramsey. Like
He's literally the perfect corner.
Yeah.
bro, the size, the speed, long arms. He could jump out the gym. His recovery speed is crazy. He can hit. It's like, bro, if I had to create a corner, I'm creating Jalen.
I always say with Jalen Ramsey too, he could play forever if he wanted to. He could go play safety as he loses some of his athleticism and probably be one of, if not the best safeties in the NFL until he's like 40.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He's a crazy athlete, bro.
Yeah.
That Charles
For sure.
Woodson career path. Like, I see that with him. I
Yeah.
think that's going to happen. So
Absolutely. I can't wait to see where he go to this offseason. I want to see
Yeah.
where he lands.
You got a
at.
prediction?
Yeah.
I think he's back in
I
LA,
kinda
bro.
I got a little inside scoop, but I don't really want to say it. But I kind of know like where he wants to play at. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't say anything.
If you can't say it, don't say it. But if you want to drop some stuff, you're more than welcome to. But
Yeah, I can't really say too much, but I kind of got an idea of,
Yeah.
If we
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
it throughout the show, just like throw us a wink or something. You know?
all I know is I bet it's LA. It's either one of the LA teams. I bet it's LA. I could see him.
so you think you want to go back to LA?
I do. I really do. I think with him, the Rams are probably the Super Bowl favorite, in my opinion, to be honest. Like, I think so. I think that team's ridiculous. I just wish Aaron Donald would bring his ass out
Rams,
retirement.
the favorite?
So,
That'd be
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
No.
Yes, bro. There's nothing they
No,
don't have.
bro.
There's nothing they don't have. They have the best defensive line in football, you could argue, too. So, Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, dogs.
That's some balls.
Absolute dogs.
Yeah,
So,
and picking up Devontae, that's huge.
yes.
Devontae is huge.
I think that,
Yeah,
I
I think-
think that team's stacked.
Yeah, I think you still got to give it to Philly, though, just off the strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philly is crazy.
I-
I think it might
the
come
inner
down to him
hater.
and Washington.
Yeah.
To Washington?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop with these NFC East teams, bro. Come on, why are we doing this?
I'm just saying, bro.
That boy JD5 different, man.
Yeah, he different, bro. He
Yup.
different. And they got Debo now, too, another weepon. All right.
Nah, Debo's slow. Debo's slow nowadays, bro.
It don't matter what he is. You can't tackle him.
I saw.
You cannot tackle that boy.
I think I saw Kittle. It was on like Part of My Take or one of those, and they were asking him. They were like, basically like, "Is Debo fat now? Like he just can't run anymore?" And he was like, "Nah, Debo's still a beast. Like that guy works out and."
That's
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
person eating
what's
a
he
bag of
supposed to say, though?
Well, I mean, yeah, he's not gonna get up there and say, "Nah, Debo's fat. He's not on my team anymore."
Debo a dog, man.
Debo's nice.
Yeah, for
Debo's
sure.
nice, bro.
Forever will be. Man, he's unreal. Shanahan's also brilliant over there in San Fran. So they get
Nah,
him
for
the
real.
ball and he's running like crazy.
I was
bro.
upset. Yeah, I was upset I couldn't stay there longer, bro. I got there after I got cut from Chicago, bro. I was there for 1 week, pulled my hammy, and they let me go too. I was so sick, bro.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
I was loving it out there.
I don't want to put you on blast in this case, but I'm gonna ask you. You mentioned the receiver rooms to us. Which one was your favorite to be in?
Oh, my favorite. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, and I'm tripping. I didn't even name my Atlanta receiver room. Hold up, I'm tripping. Hold up. Let
Was
me.
that
all right,
Julio?
in Atlanta? So that was the year Julio left. So Julio was still technically on the team when I signed there, but he wasn't around because we knew he was gonna be leaving. So it was me, Calvin Ridley, Russell Gage, Alameda Zacchaeus. We had a hell of a room, and honestly, that might be my favorite receiver
Yeah.
room, just because like we like built a crazy bond so fast, bro. Like we don't do nothing but joke on each other all day, but like it was fucking hilarious, bro. Every single day being there. So I either had to go with them or in Tennessee, just because I was there for the longest, and we just built that brotherhood over those years. But I instantly, when I got to Atlanta, I instantly clicked, with those guys. They my dogs, bro.
Who was your funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate in general, or just in the receiver room?
Nah, teammate in general. Teammate in general.
Oh, that's a good one. Damn, we got
Unless
a
you
lot
were
of
the
characters, bro.
jokester. Unless you were the one that was always,
I be joking sometimes, but shoot, Dory Jackson, he's a clown. That's my dog, bro.
Shout out the former Giant,
love
man.
Dory Jackson,
Yeah,
man.
that's my dog, bro. He's funny as hell. Russell Gage too. Russell Gage funny as shit. I play with a bunch of characters, bro. Like we don't do nothing but joke on each other all day and shit like that, bro. So yeah.
Kirk seems like the unintentional funny kind of guy. Am I right on that, or he just like
Kirk could just be him, like being serious, and it'll be funny. Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't think Kirk get enough credit either, bro, because he a hell of a quarterback.
Yeah.
He a hell of a quarterback. Like he gonna put that shit right there on the money every time. He throw a good ball. He's a good quarterback. Like I like Kirk. I hope he get a chance to go somewhere where he could, keep balling.
Who is your favorite quarterback you played with? Not necessarily like the best, but just the one that you felt like, had the best connection with you in particular, threw you the best balls type of thing.
Yeah, I would say my dog Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially just because like that's really my first quarterback, bro. So, when I got into the league, all the success that I had, it started off, with him being, at the head of everything. So I gotta shout my boy out. I also like Ryan Tannehill a lot too. Like Ryan, he was a great quarterback. He'll put that shit right there on the money. And Ryan was a dog, bro. So, but yeah, I got to give it to my dog Ocho, bro, because he the best. He the best person you'll ever meet. Like Marcus here, he's the type of guy like you'll be comfortable, letting him watch your kid for you if you don't even know him. Like he's that type of guy. Like
Nice.
just all around great dude. Can't say nothing bad about him at all. So, what I'm saying? Shout out my dog.
What
Marcus.
you call him, Ocho?
Yeah, Ocho. Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
His wife?
his
What
number's
number?
8.
His number
Oh,
8. Yeah.
silly me.
Yo, and
okay.
if you see, did you see the clip that when Derrick seen Ocho after the game when Marcus was on the Commanders? Did y'all see them after the game?
No, I didn't.
You gotta try to find that clip. Like
Yeah.
when Derrick seen Marcus, like the type, like how excited he got to see him, and the type of love he gave Marcus, like that shows you the type of dude that Marcus is. Like everybody loves him. He's not on social media. He's super quiet. He just he goes to bed at 9:00, bro. Like shit like that. Like just like a good ass human being, bro. That's it.
That's pretty sick too, because he came into the league as like a superstar, like because of what he did in college, and he's still a down to earth, humble guy who everyone loves to be around. That's pretty cool.
Really the best dude you ever meet.
Superstar in college. Interesting. Led the nation in receptions. That's insane. All-American. What's it like going from, being the guy at a college where you dominate all that, and then you go to the NFL, and it's like everything you just did, I don't want to say means nothing, but it's like it's a clean slate. You know what I mean? So what's that? What's that like?
Yeah, you're right. It definitely don't mean nothing, bro. But yeah, it was college experience was amazing. Just wish we could have won some more games, but for me to have success, it was cool. What I'm saying, for me to be able to get to the next level and fulfill my dreams and playing in the league. But yeah, it's obviously super different. Like you become from, like you said, you come from being a man, to having your number called every single play damn near. to having a clean slate, going in the league. And, you playing with grown men now who, been in the league 10 years, got families and, all type of stuff like that. So it's a big change, bro. It's a lot that you got to get used to, as well as everything that come with, being a part of an NFL team. It's a lot that come with it too, off the field. So it definitely is a big transition, which is another reason why too, like I don't know why everybody expect like, rookies to come in and you supposed to have 1,000 yards and 20 touchdowns and you know what I mean? Like they don't give people time to develop and, grow into the player they supposed to be. Cause, everybody don't come in and, have success like Justin Jefferson and shit. Like that don't happen for everybody. Like that's a rare occasion. So I feel like we gotta do a better job with that, bro. It's like let people, get their feet underneath them, like let them get adjusted, But
100%.
but yeah, it's a big difference, bro. For sure.
Are you pro starting rookie quarterbacks, or some should start, some shouldn't? They should all sit. What do you think?
I think if you deserve to play, bro, you should be out there for sure. I don't
Okay.
care what year you in, rookie, 5th year, 10 year, whatever. If you, put in the work and your teammates respect you and, you're doing what you're supposed to do, yeah, you should be out there.
Cool.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I just had a question because we were mentioning college and the transition. What was the combine like? I feel like that's such an unnatural thing for a player. Like you're in tight clothes, being watched by like but like you're not in pads.
Yo.
You're just like dudes watching you. That's not like fans. No, but they're scouting you. It's not like it's a different thing.
You know?
I feel like that's mad.
Phrasing was crazy.
I feel like it's a mad weird situation though.
Yeah, it is, bro. You really right. Like, and they kind of make you uncomfortable on purpose. Doing stuff like, having you up all day and, waking you up at 3 a.m. for drug tests and stuff like that. Like they make you uncomfortable on purpose, to see how you act, during adversity and, what kind of person you really are and stuff like that. But yeah, bro, it's weird. Like even when we had to like get weighed and stuff like that, like we would walk on the stage, like in just our compressions or whatever. And the owners and the scouts and everybody would be in the crowd and just looking at you writing shit down, like you just in your drawers up there, like it feel weird, bro. Like man,
What the hell could they be writing?
yeah, bro. Like what the hell are y'all doing? Like it's so weird, bro. Like that whole process. But like I said, they purposely try to do certain stuff to kind of throw you off your pivot and kind of just see what kind of person you are when you're back against the wall and stuff like that.
Well, we know what Jerry Jones is doing.
All right.
Crazy stuff. What kind of like I saw like Gruden had Jackson Dart, and he was going through like basically a regular pre-draft process. What do they ask you? Like, what do the coaches ask you and things like that in the interviews?
A whole bunch of stuff, bro. Like, questions trying to get to know you. They'll test your football knowledge. They might ask you to draw up a play, or they might ask you about a coverage. What would you do in certain situations? It could be a bunch of stuff, bro. Yeah, I had a few official meetings at the combine. Like I met with the Bengals and the Titans, and those meetings were two, totally different meetings. Like it just whatever they want to ask you or get to know about you. You know what I'm saying?
Is there anything that any of those teams asked during those meetings? I mean, I know it was a long time ago, but anything that you remember that kind of stuck out and kind of like caught you off guard a little bit?
I don't think anything that I could really think of right now,
Right.
but I did have a crazy experience when I went to the combine. So like right before I went into my official meeting with the Bengals, I had got a call from my girlfriend and I found out that she was pregnant like right before that.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro. So it's like my mom was kind of thrown off like for the whole meeting, bro. Like that's all I was focused on, you know what I'm saying? So that was a crazy moment.
Yeah,
for me.
that's nuts.
Yeah, what a time to find that out. Yeah.
For real.
You guys got?
What I got?
Well, I was. This is probably on like a deeper thought question, but if you had one word of advice to any rookies coming in the league right now, what would that message or word of advice be?
Just one word or just
Just whatever. If it's a word,
Few
phrase,
words.
whatever. Yeah, just your general thoughts.
Sentence.
Yeah, my advice would be I would just tell them, just really lock in and just stay focused, bro. Like I kind of touched on it, before. It's like it's so many distractions and things that are trying to throw you off your pivot, and especially that first contract, bro. Because like your goal is to always get to that next contract, bro. So
Right.
for them first 4 years after you get to the league, bro, like don't worry about buying jewelry, and don't worry about trying to go out and party and buy all these expensive things. Like just really focus on your craft and try to become the best player you could be. because those first 4 years you could really set yourself up, you know what I mean, for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
If you just lock in and stay focused, yeah, because some people come into the league and they just focused on the wrong stuff. And if you just lock in, like I said, and get to that next contract, bro, you could set yourself up, you and your family up for life. So
That's like with so many things in life, like the once you get like a taste of a little bit of what you were chasing for, like a lot of people, they get
Complacent,
get kind of, I guess comfortable is the word with it, and then like you said, they're not striving for a second contract, which like that's like. Once you get that first contract, that's exactly where your mind should be at, like you said. Like, that's actually great advice. I haven't heard that from anyone. Telling that's a good mindset to have going in. I like that.
To that point, when you come into the league, is that something that you kind of learn from the guys that you're around and stuff too? Like, do guys, explain that to you and kind of give you that advice?
Yeah, for sure. Just having, like I said, those couple vets that I named, just chopping it up with them, every single day, and them just kind of giving you advice, as well as my agent too, and my father too as well. Just having them in my corner, reminding me to stay focused, and the goal is to get to that next contract and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. You need people like that in your corner, and you need to have good veterans that been there for a few years, that could kind of show you the ropes and kind of guide you, and give you the, kind of give you the blueprint on how to be successful,
Yeah. I mean, 22 years old getting handed a bag it's not,
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And it's even worse now, shit, like, all this NIL, stuff.
Oh my God.
college.
17 years old getting handed millions of dollars.
What I just read from Schefter,
crazy.
Travis signed, his deal includes $30.5 million signing bonus,
But-
paid entirely upfront.
Yeah. And now, even earlier, like,
got
what
handed
are
30
your
million.
thoughts on, you mentioned NIL, what are your thoughts on that? I think it's great that these guys are getting paid. I just think it's, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way, bro. I think it's great that, they get a chance to, make their money and stuff like that, obviously. But I think they just definitely got to be cautious and be careful, because having all that money at a young age, it's like, because even when I got to the league, I was older than, these guys getting NILs in college. So it's like, when you got that money in your pocket at such a young age, it's like, you don't really have too much guidance. Like, most of the people that have never touched this amount of money in their life. So they can't really give you no advice on what to do with it and how to invest and things like that. So it's like, I feel like you just got to surround yourself with the right people. And yeah, man, it's tough though, because like even these kids' parents, like, they probably never seen this much money in their life.
Yeah.
Like, they can't really have, like, obviously it's their parents. You want the best for your kids and stuff like that. But if you don't know, you just don't know.
Right.
It's nobody's fault. You just
you just don't know, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think I think it's great that they get a chance to make their money earlier. But I feel like they just got to be careful, and they just got to lock in more. Because you getting that money early, so it's a lot that's gonna come with it.
yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be situations like where guys are gonna make so much money in college, they're not even gonna risk their health in the NFL. They're gonna be like, "Yo, I could just invest the rest." That first guy that does that is gonna flip the script on the whole thing. I feel like that's gonna break the system.
Yeah,
bro,
but
I feel it.
I don't know. That could also. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that
A
could
guy
also.
that really doesn't genuinely love football.
But I feel like you
theoretically
gotta love it to get to that point, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
and if they don't, and if they get a bag like that and they don't care about the game, then truth is, then they probably weren't for the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the NFL wants those dogs that actually love the sport. So if anybody was chasing money, if anything, it gets those players out of the way, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can look at it that way too.
I've heard like for basketball, I've heard like DeMar DeRozan say he thinks there's guys in the NBA that don't love basketball. They're just really good at it. Do you think that there are, obviously you don't, not naming any names, do you think there are guys in the NFL that just like work to get there, but they don't actually love football, but they're just there because it's an opportunity or something?
1,000,000%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's a lot of guys in the league that could be, a lot better than they are, or they could be one of the best. But they don't put the work in, and stuff like that. So they're just an average player, or maybe just a good player instead of a great player. Because that's what ultimately sets the good apart from the great. It's like it's just a work ethic. Because everybody got the talent, everybody has the skill. You made it to the NFL for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's talented, but everybody doesn't have the same drive. Everybody don't have the same work ethic. Everybody don't want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's gonna separate you.
Who are some receivers you like watching that you feel like don't put in that work and that effort and don't get the credit they deserve?
Oh, that do put in the work?
Yeah.
Kind of like underrated guys?
Yeah, exactly.
I would say one is Brandon Ayuk, like we was talking about earlier.
Thanks.
He's cold, bro. I love his game. Just the way he run routes and get in and out of his breaks and stuff like that. Super cold. Another guy, I can't wait to see where he signed with this year is Keenan Allen. I love watching Keenan, bro. And Keenan get the respect around the league, but it's like he really that though. Like the way his releases and the way he run his routes and shit like that, bro. And it's crazy too, because when I seen how big Keenan was, like in person, it's like I'm like, damn, bro, that I got more respect for him, because it's like you're not supposed to be running routes like this.
You're not supposed to be moving like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always thought Keenan was like a shorter guy, like 6 foot and under. I see him in person. I love him. I'm like, oh yeah, my respect for you just went up.
Yeah.
Come to the Giants.
But
I feel
even guys like Mooney, Mooney Cole.
I love
Yep.
Mooney. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen are kind of like hip and hip when it comes to like fantasy football this year. Like people aren't drafting well enough, man, and I'm like, you're sleeping.
I think they're
Fucking
very
sleeping,
similar
bro.
in terms of players in general.
Yeah.
Like,
They're just technicians.
yeah, it's just super technically sound. And with your NFL game, or even your game as a receiver in general, what would you say was your strongest attribute?
My route running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. If you could have one superpower other than elite hands and elite route running, what would it be?
Speaking of that,
Yeah, that reminds me. I was thinking about that. If you could have one superpower in the field other than elite hands and route running, what would it be?
Super speed.
Super speed?
Yeah.
That was an easy.
Yeah, super speed.
Just ask
So
Tyreek Hill.
we went to New Orleans the week before the Super Bowl for like media week and all that. And so we were asking players questions, and we were all starstruck, like we were taken back. But that was the question we asked like everyone. That and there was the one other one.
Oh,
What
it was
Stranded on an
if you were stuck on
Oh,
a
yeah.
deserted island for 30 days and you could bring one teammate with you, what teammate would that be and why?
Damn.
That was one of them we were asking. Yeah, I'm curious what your answer to that is.
Damn, let me see. I'm on the island. I gotta bring one teammate, bro. Damn, that's tough.
It's a hard
Shit.
question. Right?
I'll bring my dog Jettas. I'll bring JJettas.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog, bro.
We-
Bro, me and JJettas, bro, we after every practice, bro, we were so competitive, bro. We used to go to his crib and play 2K every day, bro. Like just
Really?
battling every single day, bro. Like that's really my dog.
How was it for you guys playing as yourselves in Madden? Is that guy?
That's such a real question.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like you can't believe this shit at first, because it's like growing up, you used to having to create yourself in the game, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't gotta do that no more. I'm right here. You feel me?
Yep.
Did it get you tight when you see like your overall stats? You're like,
Yeah.
dude, like
Come on, man.
like you're holding me on that, like
So disrespectful, bro. So disrespectful. Like,
wildly.
I feel like they disrespect everyone in Madden. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
Those ratings are wild.
yeah, but like a 70, 68 and all that shit is crazy.
Nah,
Like,
Yeah. Is that what they put for you?
yeah, damn.
The
Yeah, I
nerve!
think it'd be like a 70 or some shit, like 71.
Bro, the nerve, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know what my highest overall was, but I know it wasn't too great. I wasn't
Yeah,
great, like-
look, I'll tell you this. I used to love playing Madden franchises when I was young, right?
Yeah.
Like 15, 16 years old. And every single franchise I would do, you'd turn into a 99 overall. I
for real?
fucking kid you not.
Really?
Yes, in like Madden 16, like you would
that,
turn
see,
into a
bro?
fucking 99.
Those games
overall.
loved your potential.
Yes.
On that
Yeah,
game.
the vision was
the
there.
game, though. The game knows something the coaches don't see, man.
That's what
I'm telling you, bro. You give me, bro. You throw me the ball 10 times a game and see what my number's gonna be.
I was gonna say.
Just ask
The
UMass.
most targets I ever had in a game, bro. I had 7 targets twice in my career. The first game of my career, like the regular season game, we played the Vikings. I had 7 for 77 my rookie year, and then I think it was in year 3 in 2018. We played in London, and I had 7 for 101. So I only had 7 targets twice, and you
Caught
feel
all
me?
7.
Yeah.
77 yards and 101. So it's like, bro, if you give me 10 targets a game, like all these other number 1 receivers, like, bro, I'm gonna be one of the top receivers in the league too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think everybody's got to have that mindset, right? Especially.
Yeah. You got to have success at this level. You know what I'm saying? You got to think like that. And it's crazy too, bro. Like, so my Titans GM, bro, like the year I left, he actually used that against me, bro. Like telling me that I think I'm a number 1 receiver and he think I'm like a 3 or 4 or whatever. I'm like, bro, I'm like, first of all, you're crazy. But second of all, it's like, how can you not think like you're the best?
Right.
Like, why would you
Yes.
not think that?
Yeah, no, you
know
have
what I'm
to.
saying?
Right, and why would you want someone on the
Right,
team who
that's what I
doesn't
was just
think
gonna say.
they're
Because
the
the second you
best?
start
feel
thinking
me?
you're wide receiver 3, you're gonna drop to 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro. You're gonna drop to being on the couch. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
at the crib.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it'd be a lot of shit with this league stuff, bro. It's a lot of weird shit, man.
Yeah.
You realize
but
just
that's
how
a-
much.
That's
Go ahead.
another reason too that I wish that I played defense though, because it's like, at receiver, I got to depend on too much to have success. Like,
Right.
first, like the OC, he got to call the play. You know what I'm saying? The O line got to block it up. It got to be the right look, the right coverage. The quarterback got to actually throw it. Like, it got to be so much to go right. Like, if one person mess up their job, like it's over for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm playing defense, I got a chance to make a play every play. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm at safety and I got 10 other guys I could depend on, like, I don't got to do everything myself. And if the ball don't come my way, that's a plus, you know? So it's just like knowing all this shit now is like, maybe I should have played defense.
It's funny because you see, like, if you don't see a receiver during a game, you think, oh, that guy had a terrible game. But if you don't see a safety or a DB during a game, that usually means they had a
Great
really
game.
good game. Yeah, exactly.
Bro, and then if I'm a DB, bro, and I get beat 9 times in a game, but I just make one play, I'm still good.
Yeah.
But at receiver, I can't drop 9 passes and catch one.
No.
Oh, no.
I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the leeway that these defensive guys get is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, and it's like, some of these guys, it's like, bro, I'd literally be killing you every time you line up against me.
Yeah.
But they just gave you 5 for 70, and I'm on a, you know what I'm saying? I'm on I'm on a league minimum contract.
Yeah.
Like, how does that make sense? You know?
Wow.
So it's like either I'm underpaid or they overpay you.
Bro, those receiver
trip.
bags are crazy now, though. Crazy.
I know, bro.
Crazy.
I know, bro.
Jamar,
They should know.
oh my God, bro. 40 a year or what it was something like that.
yeah.
Like crazy, bro. Nah, it's nuts. I
for
think you made
sure.
the right choice. Receiver. Look, I mean, it took you to the fucking NFL, bro.
Yeah,
so
here you are. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. But that's just those thoughts I'm having now. You know, just looking back, like, man, playing
What
defense,
could
I
have
wouldn't have
been,
to depend
yeah.
on nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now we gotta have a corner on here that's gonna shit talk all the receivers and say how they get all the leeway and all.
Nah, for sure.
we gotta
Be
get
like, yo,
somebody-
the game's so fucking tilted towards the offense. It's not even fair.
Yeah.
So
Do they all talk shit, all DBs? Because it feels like they do, or all the good ones do at least.
Yeah, maybe sometime. Not all of them though.
Okay.
You know, some guys just be, talking just to talk, like just to hear themselves. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And me, I'm the type of guy, like, I ain't gonna go out there, I ain't gonna say nothing to you unless you barking at me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna be saying nothing to me and not gonna hear nothing back.
Yeah.
But you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? I could do my job perfectly fine without, you know what I'm saying, barking at you. But if you want to go there, we can take it there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh man.
biggest shit talker was Ramsey.
No. CJ Gardner Johnson.
Oh,
that
that
adds
makes
up.
so much sense.
That adds up. Yeah.
Makes
Man. I ain't gonna get started, but yeah.
That guy just sounds annoying.
he got the title for that for sure.
yeah, but he is a fucking dog though. Everywhere he goes, he brings he does establish culture there. I will say that. So
Yeah, but nah, that's what you need on defense though. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
You
yeah.
need those type of players, like, you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
just try to get in the offense head and try to get under their skin and frustrate you and stuff like that. You need players like that. So, you know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys like you'll love to play with him, but you hate to play against him type of thing.
were you a
Yeah.
shit talker?
Only if you start with
Yeah.
me. Like, I ain't gonna really go out there and just initiate too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Was
Any-
there? Oh,
I was gonna say any guys in the receiver room that you can think of that were just like talking. Actually, a better question: would anyone like talk shit for you? Like they'd say stuff and you'd be like, I have to go out there and back this up now. Like some guy on the sideline that's not getting in the game, being like, "Y'all suck," and you're like, "Well, calm down over there." Like,
Nah, not for me, but
Okay.
I handled the trash talk for myself.
Got it,
for sure,
okay.
But I actually had to I had to do that for Matt Ryan one time though with CJ Gardner. Like,
really?
you know what I'm saying? He was trying to pop shit to Matt, bro. So I had to step in and, you know what I'm saying? That's how I got into it.
That's your
with him.
quarterback. You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's my
Yeah.
quarterback, bro. You ain't finna be talking crazy like that.
Yeah. It's like it's awesome the like just the respect that quarterbacks get. Like when Mike Evans laid out Marshawn
Yes.
Lattimore, I mean that's that's a whole separate thing them too. But
Yeah, bro.
yeah, just like that's my quarterback. Leave him alone. Like
Yeah,
that's
they literally
that's
the-
awesome.
You know what I mean? They be the face of the franchise,
Uh-huh.
bro. So can't nothing happen to them.
Nope.
You got to protect them with everything.
Yep.
Got to.
You ever get mad at like your old lineman when it's like, why am I out here trying to lay out safeties and stuff. You got, like, this is your job. Why am I doing your job for you?
Nah, I ain't never had too many altercations in my life.
Taylor
man.
Lewan was on it.
Taylor Lewan, yeah, that's
Taylor
one of
Lewan
your
was on
That's
it.
my dog.
One of your
bro.
former teammates.
That's my y'all met Taylor before?
No.
He
No.
walked past us in New Orleans. That was about it. He was leaving a
Okay.
restaurant. Him and
Will Compton.
Will Compton. I always
Compton.
forget
Will
it.
Compton,
Yeah.
Yeah, I play with Will too. He was in
Yeah.
Tennessee with us for a minute.
Yeah. They seem
Yeah.
awesome. They do. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
You talking about
Most
dogs? Those two are
Yeah,
dogs.
those two are
They
dogs.
are.
And if you want to go back and talk about with Ray, bro, him and Taylor used to go at it
Really?
all the time, bro.
Man,
Yes.
Clash of Titans right there.
Yeah.
Literally, that was a pun. Nice
Oh
pun.
no, I didn't even mean that. That was not intentional.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fine.
Wow.
Yeah, word up.
Taylor
Who
Lewan,
y'all
Braves.
favorite teams, bro? I know some of y'all say y'all was a Giants fan, right?
Me and him are Glasses are Giants fans.
Yep.
Okay.
Pete and I are Jets
We're
fans.
Jets fans.
Unfortunately, we're not happy about
Let's
it.
see what team he
Yeah,
claims.
yeah. Let's see what
team
he
claims.
says today.
Let's see what
Yeah.
team he is this week.
I'm a Dolphins fan, Commanders fan, Jaguars fan, Cardinals fan, and
Sometimes
and
Bills.
wait, well now, Billy's was only because we were there. That was
Yeah.
a one-time.
He was a
thing.
Bills fan
But-
for a
Yeah,
weekend.
bro.
But now I got a Titans, Vikings, 49ers, Falcons because we had Tajae on
You
the
see
pod.
you see what we deal with?
Yeah, bro,
See
you
what
like
we do?
Wallow, bro. You just switching up. Like,
Nah, I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm a
Nah,
Dolphins
he's
fan.
king switch up though. He
Yeah.
switches up OD.
what make you switch up so much, bro?
So I never
Commitment issues.
got yeah, I guess commitment issues. I got into football because of fantasy. I didn't get into football because I love the Giants or something like that. So
Gotcha.
I follow around my players. That's why I was so enamored when you were talking about Jalen Ramsey. That's my favorite player of all time. So
Oh, word?
I followed him to the Dolphins. So that's why I've been a Dolphins fan since. So I guess
Okay.
if he ends up leaving, I'm gonna have to pick a new team and follow him where he goes next.
I
It'll be
respect
like
it.
it'll be
I
like
respect
KD's my decision, my next
Yeah,
chapter.
yeah.
We're gonna stream it and all. He's gonna have a whole
Nah,
reveal.
that's
Suit
what's
on.
up, bro.
Suit on
we
and
gotta try to get Jalen introduced to you, bro. That'd be
Oh my
fire.
god.
That'd be sick.
That would be.
Be like Cash Nasty meeting LeBron, bro. Like, literally.
Right. Nah,
That'd be
for sure.
awesome.
Did you
Yeah,
go
that'd be
to? I don't know if you did, but did you potentially go to FanFest at all or nah?
Nah, I didn't, bro. I was close by there. Though. I was actually. Have y'all heard of the new video game that's coming out, ESG Football? Have y'all heard of it?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, isn't it already out?
Nah, so we only doing a beta right now. So it's supposed to release in July, August.
Okay.
But,
Oh, sick.
We doing the closed beta every now, do little tournaments every weekend, so people could kind of just get used to the gameplay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so I was actually doing the motion capture for them. So I wasn't able to make it over there.
You were doing the motion
shit.
capture for that?
Yeah, that's
That's
my
dope.
fourth time doing it with them, bro. Yeah,
Really?
I'm doing all the route running and animation and stuff like that. So it's lit.
Oh, that's
Sick.
getting a little
Yeah,
bag
yeah.
from him too, probably.
Yeah,
that
y'all got,
helps,
bro.
that
When the
helps.
game drop, y'all definitely got to grab it, bro. It's gonna be
Yeah,
lit.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's
we
like
will.
it's gonna be basically the football version of 2K, my part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh,
it's gonna
sick.
be
that's
7-on-7 and 11-on-11.
We could
you know what I
probably,
mean?
we could probably stream that and play together or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Hell
make
yeah.
that
Hell
happen.
yeah.
You know,
Hell
You
yeah,
got
bro.
a,
And then the week that it released, we doing a big tournament and shit like that. I'm a stream probably. I'm gonna probably do a 24-hour stream or something
Oh, that's
You know
awesome.
what
go.
I'm saying?
You ever done
Yeah,
that before?
yeah. Nah, I haven't did
Yeah.
a 24 yet. I think
Yo.
my longest is like a little over 12 hours.
Okay.
you know what?
Yeah.
Yo, Jermaine Johnson's been streaming a lot too on Twitch. I don't know if you've been peeping that.
Oh, for real? Nah, I haven't.
Yeah, maybe you could get in touch with him too. Like you guys could stream together and stuff. Because I
He's
know.
your
No, I swear to God.
your new liaison over here.
Jermaine.
No, really, a quick DM could go a long way. You know, you might be down.
He's trying to be a manager right now.
It
Right.
might be a good collab. You know.
Nah, facts. Yeah, I haven't been tapped in, but we gotta do something for sure.
No, yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah.
before I'm sorry, I just gotta say this. I see the jerseys in the back, right? I see the
Yeah,
jerseys in
yeah.
the back. Yo, we're gonna need a big favor from you if you can.
What's up?
Can you send us one of your jerseys? It doesn't need to be
sure.
something that you have in your collection, but we would love
Yeah, I
to
got you.
we would love to.
We
put
could,
some
we
of
could
them.
even buy the jersey and you just sign it.
You send it, yeah, we'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Or
I
if you
mean,
want to do it like that, yeah, whatever y'all want to do, I got you. Yeah, I'll
That's
sign it
dope.
for sure.
That's
We get it
dope.
to you.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah, hell
it.
yeah. I need
We want to send you a little care package too, a little something. So
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll,
word?
we'll talk about that after. Yeah,
say no more, my dogs. I appreciate that.
yeah, most
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the game you're playing, 7-on-7, 11-on-11. Which one? You got a dream squad that you would put together for that?
The Olympics.
Yeah.
The Olympics.
like,
flag.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Olympics. You talking about a real
Yeah.
team that I would put together?
Yeah. All right. So
yeah,
what's your Olympic squad? What would it look like for you?
Oh, so I gotta go pat at QB.
Uh huh.
Gotta go Pat. At running back, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Gibbs, bro. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go Gibbs. Yeah,
I like that.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then receivers,
You.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, me,
Mm-hmm.
JJettas, and I get 3 right. But this
Yes.
this is for like 707 purposes, like
Yeah, yeah.
Is it 707?
Okay.
Flag,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so-
flag.
yeah, flag, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go me, JJettas, and Tyreek.
Man,
Put Tyreek in the slot.
you better hope
And
AJ
then-
don't see this, bro. He hates you. He don't like you today.
Nah, bro, I'm
We're gonna hit him in the DMs. We're gonna say, "Yo, you won't believe what Tajae was saying about me."
Man, nah, man, AJ, you know it's all love, man. It's all love. But yeah, that's what I had to rock with, bro, for sure.
All right, and then what if there's a tight end in the NFL that you got to pick for the team
Oh yeah,
too?
tight end too. Oh, that's a good one. I'm going my boy Jonnu Smith.
Yes,
Jonnu.
it's a sleeper
That's a
pick
sleeper
right
pick.
there.
It's like
That's
My-
a good
my-
one.
and my
Swiss Army
dog,
knife.
My dog run for a 4, so yeah.
Oh, he
moving.
shows it on the field. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah, absolutely, bro. Playing with Jonnu, bro, it's like he used to be, because he's a glorified old lineman as a tight end. You know what I mean? So they actually know like the snap count and shit like that. As a receiver, we just looking at the ball. So,
Right.
bro, every time the ball snapped, Jonnu's like 10 yards down the field before we can even damn near get off the line of scrimmage, bro. Like,
Wow.
that's how he be out of there, bro. Like even sprints and shit in practice, like he's running with us. Like, yeah, he's a dog.
I never understood why it took this long in his career for him to break out. Never understood it. I always thought he was.
Well, he had like
Well,
a
you
like
got
a mini
eight.
breakout in Tennessee, and then he kind of went to
Went to
New England, and
Yeah.
Bro, should be weird, bro. Like,
Yeah.
should be weird, bro. But I mean, you got to think too, though. Like playing, us playing with Derrick, bro. We was really like toting the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then
33 handoffs in it. Yeah.
yeah, and then we had so many other players and shit that we had to get the ball to as well. Like AJ and Corey, and you know what I'm saying, everybody else. So, it was hard for him to really go crazy. But he did start wilding out. You know what I'm saying? They start throwing him the ball, and he started going crazy. So, to help him get the bag, you know what I'm saying, from New England. So I'm happy for my boy, man. He been doing his thing.
How do your receivers feel about run blocking?
I was just gonna ask some. Yeah.
Shit, I mean, we don't like doing that shit,
Yeah.
honestly. But I mean, we'll do what we got to do, especially when you got a running back, you blocking for like Derrick, you know what I'm saying? Because he could take any one of these shits to the crib. So it's like if I gotta go dig out a safety, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go do that shit because you know what I'm saying, he probably gonna crib this. So
you also don't want to be the guy to not be blocking.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially because if you're not like a household name, it's like if you ain't out there blocking, you know what I mean, you're gonna either be on the sideline
Yeah.
or at the crib. So
Yeah.
you're just gonna have to do what you gotta do, whether you like it or not.
Vrabe's gonna meet you in the cafeteria. It's gonna be a problem.
Nah, for real.
Oh man.
For real,
You
bro.
want to say something? No. All right.
No, I mean, just for some fun stuff. Any other any hobbies? So I know you're streaming, and I know
Yeah.
you were rapping.
Yeah, plug
on
yourself,
that.
bro.
Shout out show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still?
Yeah.
We were thinking, can we get a little freestyle?
Bro, so-
Morning
but
Football
look,
clip, bro.
Yes.
Look, bro, if I could freestyle, like I would do that shit no problem. But I'm not really good at freestyling. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not gonna spit no crazy tough shit. Like,
Peak
but
freestyle.
No,
I
no.
don't. I don't write though. Like when I record, I don't write. Like,
Oh, you
I
like-
just
So you
go off the top
freestyle
of the
recording,
head.
yeah, and then
But I punch in like just bar for bar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
yeah.
Like, doesn't Lil
but-
Wayne do that? Like, Lil Wayne doesn't write his stuff. I
Pretty
think.
much. I
Right.
think he does
Yes.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people do it like that now. Like
Interesting.
when I first started, I was writing, but as the last couple years, like I don't write anything no more. So, but trust me, bro, if I was a great freestyler, I'd do that shit no problem. But
That's a
I ain't
rapper
like
right
no
there.
co-
too.
Yeah, I ain't no
Yup.
code
It's a
freestyle.
rapper right there too.
I don't.
Yeah, he does a song. Yeah.
You gotta
We'll
sing
send
something,
it to you. We'll send it to you.
We're not
Bro,
doing
I
that.
actually just finished making a song too a little while ago. I
Yeah?
actually just-
Yeah?
Did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to send y'all some music.
Please.
Do you have
yes.
do you have a favorite rapper? Like,
I was gonna say,
or
what's your top
have you-
5?
Yeah, have you been in touch with
Yeah.
any rappers? Because
I haven't been in touch with anybody, but my favorite rappers, Meek Mill, Lil Durk, Lil Baby,
Okay.
those like my top 3. Yeah, they're my top 3 favorite.
What's your
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite Meek song if you had to pick one? That's not Dreams and Nightmares, obviously.
I might have to go. I might go Flameless Flow, bro.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, Flameless Flow was crazy. I might have to go that, but you know what I'm saying, he got all work, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
my dog. Yeah. I also like K Camp too. K Camp got me through one of the hardest times of my life, bro. Like pledging. Man, I used to be so sad just bumping K Camp, bro. So that's my dog for life too.
Did you pledge?
me?
Did you rush?
Yeah, I rushed, but I never got to pledge.
Oh, okay.
I left college after that semester. Yeah.
So this will probably be our last question. I think we're all good over here. Any projects that you got going on? Anything that's
Anything you
that
wanna
you
plug,
wanna
you know?
plug? Yeah, at all. So
I mean, he's got the song coming.
yes, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping some music this year, so y'all stay tuned for that. You know, like you just said, I go by Show. That's my rap name. So y'all stay in tune for that. And as far as I could tell y'all this. I was recently in the new John Madden movie that's about to come out.
No way.
Shit.
What's it called?
Bro. It's called Madden.
New John
It's
Madden
called
movie.
Madden, bro. It's produced by Amazon. Christian Bell, the guy who played Batman, he's playing Al Davis, the Raiders owner.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
They say in our TikTok comments I look like Christian Bell.
Oh, for real?
And also
Amongst other
Jake
things,
Paul.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got Nicolas Cage. He's playing Madden, so that was a cool experience.
What did you play in the movie?
If you're allowed to say.
I played John Starworth and Ahmad Rashad.
That's sick.
John Starworth was a receiver on the Steelers and Ahmad Rashad, receiver on the Vikings.
Yeah,
Dude, that's awesome.
Did you met Bale and Nick Cage?
I was out there with him while we was filming, but I didn't get a chance to speak to him anything. And it's crazy because they really be locked in the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna ask.
Like they don't he's not Christian Bell, like he's Al Davis, like
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah, it's
really
a
be
different
like
world.
locked in. Yeah, so it's not like you could really, have time to go up, hey, what's up? I'm da-da-da, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a football player like going against high school kids, and they're like, yeah, well, this is or whatever. Or like an NBA player pulls up to the park, and you see like there's levels to this shit.
Nah, for sure. And it's so crazy too, but like shooting a movie, like they have you out there all day, bro. You just out there all day, like, and then out of nowhere they say, all right, like let's go, we're shooting this scene, and you just gotta hop up and be ready to go. So it's definitely a different experience. I loved it though. It was cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
All right. So what's a day in the life of Tajae Sharpe looking like right now?
Man, so I got two daughters, man. So I get my daughters to school, you know what I'm saying, every morning. But school just let out a couple days ago, so I'm glad I ain't got to wake up for that right now. So, but yeah, just and then I run a couple businesses, like I got some cars on Turo. I got an Amazon business, stuff like that.
Nice.
And just trying to figure out everything else. But I be wanting to do so much, so just trying to, manage my time right, and just trying to accomplish all my dreams, bro. That's it. Just getting used to having all this time, because being in the league, it's like you don't have time to
You don't have any time. Yeah.
You're doing Amazon FBA?
Yeah.
Like online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, or things like
just,
that?
just wholesale. Yep.
Just wholesale, yeah. Wholesale's the way to go, more long term. Eventually, you get into brand direct. I'm pretty tapped in with it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, we might have to chop it up. Then,
yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, bro. But yeah, bro, I just be trying to, just trying to do, everything that I have on my mind, bro. Everything that I want to accomplish and all my goals and stuff, and every day I be coming up with new ideas and shit. So I be trying to do a lot, bro. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Any big summer plans?
Not really, man. Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the kids. Probably take them to a couple amusement parks and let them have fun and run around and stuff. So just trying to figure out what to do with them. I'm not really focused on myself too much right now, bro. I'm just I've been just focused on my kids, bro. Trying to make sure they good and trying to raise them the right way, man. And just trying to accomplish all my dreams in the midst of that. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy belated.
appreciate it,
Happy
man.
belated
Thank you.
Father's Day, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Are any of you guys fathers?
Nope.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Not yet.
Nope.
Not that I
Not yet, thank
know
God.
of.
Hey, look, man, take y'all time, bro, for real.
Yeah.
For real, bro. Well, how old are y'all?
24.
We're all 24, yeah.
Well,
Well, Chris is
24.
23.
Okay. Y'all got a lot of time, bro. Definitely don't rush it, bro. But it's the best. It's the best thing in the world once it happens. But definitely enjoy your free time now, because once you have them kids, bro, it's all about them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
As it should be.
Yeah.
As
Word
it
up.
should be.
Yeah.
Word up.
God bless to you and the fam, man. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
absolutely,
real.
bro. Did y'all grow up together?
Yep.
Yeah.
For the most
Yeah.
Pretty much,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. That's
Us
what's up. That's dope.
4 went to high school together.
P was my first play date when I was like 5.
We were
Yeah.
in kindergarten, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, bro. This it's a good thing y'all got going right here, bro. This podcast.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, bro.
That means a lot coming from you.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's dope, bro, for
Yeah.
sure. Since that first clip I seen, bro, I'm like, yeah, they got something, bro. Like it's a good podcast, I can tell.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thanks,
so-
man.
Nah, no
Always,
doubt.
always welcome, bro. You hit us up. You're on here. You know.
For sure, bro. I appreciate it. I'll try to get some more guys on here too, man.
Oh, you're the man, bro.
That'd be awesome.
If you ever want to pull
no
up too,
doubt.
we're not too far.
Yes.
Yeah, most
yeah.
definitely.
We ain't got a lot of space, but somebody, you know.
Figure it out.
We gotta set it up one day for sure, bro. I'll be definitely be excited to come. You know what I'm saying? Come on the pod. You know, for real, come really there. You know.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
hell yeah.
And I was actually thinking about starting a podcast too, man. So I might have to get some, some tips from y'all.
Absolutely.
Trying to get some advice.
Bro, please,
Yeah, we got
please feel
you.
free. Yeah.
Nah,
And
for
then,
sure.
yo, we expect to be guests on that at some point or another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we're not inviting ourselves, but we're
I'm not
inviting
trying to invite myself, but
Hey, look,
Don't worry
man, we
about it,
locked
that's
in now, bro. So you know what I mean? It's whatever now. We locked in.
That's dope. Yeah.
you're the man. Thank you. Thank you so much for this. Like, for
Yes,
real.
sir.
This means a lot.
Yeah.
And this is
No
a
doubt.
big milestone for us in so many different ways. Like, today's crazy for us. So it's super dope. You're going to be watching the finals tonight, I expect. So
Absolutely.
Game
absolutely.
7's going to be crazy.
Bro, and congrats on 10K. Y'all hit 10K, right?
Yes,
And,
sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.
This is
Yup.
200 episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is episode 200. Yeah.
Episode 200, man. Shout out to y'all, bro. So keep doing y'all thing, bro. I can't wait to see y'all continue to progress. And, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all going to hit that 1 million views soon, bro. I'll be right here with y'all.
Thank you so much,
Appreciate it,
bro.
man.
You're the
That means a lot.
fucking
You're the
man.
man.
Appreciate
No
you.
doubt.
Thank
No
you,
doubt,
Tom.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Just
sir.
let the people know where they can find you.
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Tajae Sharpe. And y'all can find me on TikTok, Show GMR, and on X, Tajae Sharpe as well.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll
I'm gonna link everything.
Yeah,
in the
we're gonna link
description
everything.
to get your Twitch in there. Link some of
Yes,
your
sir.
music. I'll get everything in
My
the
boy.
description.
Hell
so
yeah.
everyone
I
can
appreciate
check
that.
everything
I
out.
appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us on all of our socials. 10K and 200 episodes, and this man right here is not possible without all of you. So thank you for getting us to this point. Tajae, again, thank you for coming on for this. This is a huge moment for us. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, and with that,
That was ball
Ball
game.
game.
Ball game.
Ball game.